You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
What's up, mateys? Welcome to the Mark Lesko Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Rod, and this is Pirate Central. Well, we have today off, and we start our next series tomorrow. You're basically looking at this series that would be huge, considering that it's the best team in baseball with the Tigers. And then you have the series following, which is against a 500 team with the Rangers at home. Being this setup, which will be the first pitch, this is the opening segment. The two teams we're facing, again, really, really good teams. One really, really good team tomorrow and an okay team the next time in the next series. So ultimately, what do you got? This matchup looks like just learning this stuff. So well, you got tomorrow, you got Mr. Bailey Falter, the only Pittsburgh Pirate pitcher with a winning record at 5-3 with a 3.36 ERA, going up against Casey Myers. I think that's how you say his last name, Myers, with a 6-2 and 2.9. Wow, that's a darn good pitching matchup. Of course, you see tomorrow. Let's see what that gives you. Or the day after, sorry, on Wednesday. Oh, I knew Paul Skeens was pitching in this series. I didn't know if it would work out. Oh, he's going to just miss this. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, I love Andrew Haney. I think he's an absolutely fantastic pitcher as well. 3-5, 333, that's great. I mean, wish a better winning record, but Skubal. Oh, Therese Skubal. Oh, we just missed the opportunity to see Paul Skeens, the NL Cy Young winning potential pitcher, against the potential AL Cy Young winning pitcher. Oh, my goodness. This would have been awesome. This would have been the equivalent of my grandfather's generation of like Bob Gibson and Sandy Koufax, or my childhood growing up, Randy Johnson versus Pedro Martinez. That would have been the equivalent of this matchup. Oh, man. And then on Thursday, we're going to see Paul Skeens take on who? They don't know yet. So, but we know that's an opportunity for him to win. Man, when you look at those numbers, 4-6 with a 1.78 ERA after, 15 starts this season, only 10 decisions, 6 of them losses with that ERA. Again, this is right here what you have to deal with, folks, in a nutshell. You have this organization giving you this kind of offense for that guy to have that kind of setup, where you have a losing record with a 1.7 ERA. Oh, my goodness. But what are you going to do? And also, they don't have the Rangers and us, so I don't know the matchup for that. So we just know that they are 500. And, again, with the Detroit Tigers, that is easily one of the best teams in baseball. I know that their record's pretty darn impressive. So, I mean, with the standings, the Detroit Tigers are currently 46-27. They have a run scoring of 351 runs, and they have allowed 271 runs with a differential of plus 80. The Pittsburgh Pirates, believe it or not, actually have almost as good numbers as runs allowed from the pitching, which is 286. I mean, that's only 15 more than the Tigers. But yet you have the worst runs scored, which is 232. We are the worst in baseball. Not even the Rockies can say that. They have scored 245 runs. My goodness. Yeah, again, what you're basically looking for in this matchup is really, really good pitching, close scoring, winning by 2-1, 1-0. Is it possible to win 0-1? That's what it pretty much is coming down to. Ultimately, this whole series is just pretty much deciding on if we can move some guys off, maybe change some things up with the team. I really hope that they come to their senses before the trade deadline and move off of guys like Pham. The guy's 37 years old. He hasn't really been producing. So I just think it's time to let him go. Henry Davis, I'm not saying we let him go, but the fact that guy's had all these opportunities, and what do you have? You have 2 years in the majors, and I mean, the guy probably has like 20 home runs to his career. I mean, you have offensively some of the more sadder numbers. I mean, I just feel like it's just important to see him more. Now, I did just see this evening that they had ended Moretta's 60-day stint on the IL, and he'll be reinstated into the 40-man roster. So they got rid of Brett Sullivan. They designated him for assignment. So looks like they're going to be pretty much focusing on Davis, which is what he needs. But looking at Henry Davis's numbers as a career, this is his career numbers. He has had 422 plate appearances. He has a career average of 192 with 12 home runs. I was close. I thought it was 20. It's only 12. But again, 422 plate appearances. Oh, my goodness. And the OPS career is 597. His OPS is up from his career, which is at 620. And he does have 4 home runs this season. So it's not like the kid is absolutely totally washed. But in a series like this, like, the pitching is going to be so fierce, and it's going to be so, intense with Skubal and Myers. I mean, you're lucky if you're going to score more than 5 or 6 runs. But again, looking at the infield options, Adam Frazier, Nick Gonzalez, Brian Hayes, Spencer Horwitz, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Jared Triolo. I feel as if the most important thing for that would be, I mean, Hayes needs to start getting going. Frazier actually is one of the bigger surprises. I know that we have to maintain the numbers with Gonzalez. I know that it's kind of like whichever you'd like. I know that Frazier is having one of the better seasons he's had since he left Pittsburgh. I think his best year outside of Pittsburgh was with the Orioles. I think that was it. It was either that or Kansas City. But ever since coming back, the dude's had a 260. Yeah, it's fantastic. I very much appreciate the fact that Andrew McCutchen is 38 years old doing what he's doing. I mean, that does say a lot, though. When a guy like that, gets his opportunity and he just does what he's supposed to do. I mean, I could not be happier for Kutch. He should be considered for Cooperstown. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's definitely something to look at because his whole career has just been one of the best that we've seen in black and gold in the last 25, 30 years easily. Now, Reynolds is the other story. I mean, again, we went over it yesterday. How long does it take for this offense to find any kind of stride? Who knows? I just know that with the pitching, it's going to be a good series. I love knowing that this series has guys like Falter, Haney, and Skeens. Like, they're all fantastic pitchers. They are definitely in the top 5, top 10 in the National League with their rotation. I know they have, I know they're like close to dead last with the offense. Again, what more is there to say about it? I mean, the thing that you have to always look at, being prepared at the major league level. Yes, I understand that this organization has not really given it a whole lot. Like, I know that we've already gone through all this. Again, it's impossible to sound, like not a broken record with this stuff, guys, and I apologize for it. But knowing that this pitching staff does have a lot to offer at the trade deadline, it will be interesting to see what they're going to do with the guys that they have. I mean, the system of, this kind of winning, it just can't work I mean, it just can't. I mean, not against, obviously teams over 500. I mean, it's all about offense. Every team can, score 5-7 runs. I mean, they said that the Cubs in their whole season up until our series against the Pirates, they were averaging like 5 or 6 runs a game. And the fact that we never let them get to that, that's an accomplishment. I mean, I very much appreciate knowing that we have something going for them. I mean, that's the one thing I will give Ben Sherrington props for. The one and only thing is the fact that he has constantly brought in very, very good pitching. It started with, I believe, Quintana. I think that was like 2021. And then after that, it was Rich Hill. And then after that, it was Rich Hill and then Quintana, which way it would start. And then it went to, there was a really good pitcher last year. Perez. Yes, Martin Perez. And then we acquired Andrew Haney. Listen, they definitely know what they're doing when it comes to the pitching. Can you really blame them for, having a good thing to go with? I mean, yes, it's definitely nice to have that, but again, it's just a seesaw thing with no other kid on the other side where it's like it's no fun if there's not a balance or there's no one going up and back and forth. So it's important for this series to just, again, do enough to get out of it. I mean, do I think they'll have a winning record with it? Probably not. I mean, I'll be happy with the Skeens win. So it's up to Falter and Haney to have like no hit shutout or, not a perfect game. I'm not going to be unrealistic completely, but go no hitter until the 7th or 8th inning, and maybe we can squeak out a win by the end. If that's the way it's going to happen, I mean, realistically, I'm going to predict it's going to go 1-2 or 1-3. So with the next series, I mean, yeah, the Rangers, they're having a down year. I mean, they haven't been the same since the World Series, but, they're in a tough division themselves. Like, Mariners are pretty decent, and of course, the Astros are always the Astros, but they have the Athletics below them. So, I mean, they should be at least good enough to take out at home. I mean, I know they have guys like, I know DeGrom is a pitcher. I don't think Scherzer. Again, I haven't seen the rotation for such a long time. I mean, you look at the whole team. Yeah, they've been having some up and down. I mean, I know Corey Seager, I think, is back with the team. The whole their record, I know, on the road is absolutely terrible. Like, I think it's like 13-31 or something like that, or 23. So, I mean, coming into the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have the Pirates, they have a 19-19 record at home. So they have a shot at least taking 2 out of 3 there. And then after that, it's going to be a 500 record after these 2 series, and they'll be still 15 games under 500. That seems like the realistic situation that will occur in this week. Now, watching the positives again with guys like hearing Connor Griffin in the minors going already to single A, he might be in double A by the end of the month or end of the summer. So that's a positive outlook for the offense. If Tamar Johnson can stay healthy, that's another bat. Guys like Nick York and Billy Cook, they're in the minors. They have some up and down, but right now they're doing pretty consistent. So, I mean, there's some things that they have, but it's just collectively not enough. They again have not done anything to give themselves a chance to be relevant with this season or with this division. Like, it's all about how can we muster enough to get through it. I mean, they definitely had every opportunity to do something with that series, and it just never happened. You can't be limiting yourselves at year 6 with this rebuild. Knowing that there's just no chance for them to give up their, players to acquire. Like, again, the trade deadline is going to be so interesting. I really just want to know what's going to happen with that. But knowing that these series are coming up, you win a series against that kind of team. I mean, listen, they swept the Phillies at home. That's our first sweep of the season. There was a lot of positives with some things recently. And yeah, it's just knowing what to put on the field correctly. I just feel like with how much he's struggling, I do think the best solution for this team to do the closing, to make a closing statement, I feel like the best way to handle this situation with the Pirates is to DH Reynolds, take him off the field, let him just focus on hitting. Put Kutch in right field, and then put Frazier out in left. That way you have Nick Gonzalez at second, kind of clears that up. So then you would have a lineup that would consist of potentially Cruz leading off, still Reynolds and Kutch. It's probably no doubt that Spencer Horwitz will always be the cleanup guy. Or, and this is just maybe another thought, and please, you can reprimand me all you want for it, maybe you put Davis at 4. I mean, the guy likes to hit, home runs when he gets a hold of one, but I feel like that would be an interesting situation if it's not Horwitz. I mean, who do you have as your power hitter? There's really no one you can look to outside of Cruz, but they like him at leadoff too much. Now, the other option you may want to consider is switching the whole lineup completely and put IKF at 1 instead of 9. But they seem to really like that setup where IKF is on base and maybe Cruz hits him out. That's 2 runs. But it seems like that's not usually the case. I just feel like the realistic thing, Cruz, Reynolds, Kutch, maybe Davis at 4, Horwitz 5th, Frazier 6th, Hayes 7, and then that would leave, who would that leave? Gonzalez, and then IKF. Yeah, that just seems like a pretty solid lineup. Again, I'm not saying that would be the best situation for them to try to, I mean, again, you're trying to find ways to make this team better. And I know that these guys have some things that, can happen, but it's never consistent. I mean, when you have the down years that Reynolds and Cruz, I mean, not completely, but like for the most part with his numbers, it's just awful that they cannot contribute just right now. Like it might happen tomorrow. It might happen a couple weeks from now. There just seems to be so much still disconnection with this season in general. And again, they know that they're going to be dealing. They know this. This is not even a discussion. But sometimes you have to look to the future in that regard and just acquire some bats. And again, the more they lose, the better opportunity that Ben Cherington is gone. Like that is the absolute truth there too. So you got to kind of look at it in the best possible way. I know that it's not easy being a Pirate fan, especially these last several seasons. The last winning season we had was 2018. And that was when they were like 8-2 and 73 or something like that. 76? No, like 8-2. 79. Yeah, 82 and 79. That was the last time they were, what would that be? 83 and 79. That's what it was. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, like ever since then, they have improved their records, but there's no way you can look at the rest of the season and say that, they've got a chance to get 70, 75 wins. It seems very, very unlikely. But crazier things have happened, guys. You can't completely give up. I mean, there's still 80. Let's see, they have 73. There's still 89 games left to play. I mean, it's up to them to get it going, and I really hope they figure it out, guys. But that's going to wrap this up for me. I really hope that you guys enjoy this. I know it's not easy, guys, and I apologize again that it's like I really would like to try my darndest to get fresher material, but until they do something else, like this is what they've done the whole season. So, and it's just the same result. Like once in a while, they'll have a big explosive offensive game. And then again, they get one run on a solo home run and everything else was a single that gets a double play out. So you just got to wait and hope that this gets something going, because after this, I know they have a couple of divisional games. Again, we're just talking about these two series, and after that, we'll get into the next one. So I really hope you guys enjoy yourselves. And until the next time, let's go Bucks.